Good morning from Disney World. I wanted to go around to the monorail resorts. I do want to give you a snapshot of each resort. And I think I'm going to try a little bit of food or a little bit of something at each resort and explore and just enjoy my morning before I head home. I'm starting my morning here at the Contemporary. You can see here I'm outside the main hotel here. Over there you got Bay Lake Tower with a nice little suspended walkway between the two. And here are some recreation activities outside. We're out by the lake and there's a sandbar out there. There's boat rentals. They have a really awesome pool here with a great water slide. They just have so much going for this resort. It's not cheap because it's literally walking distance to Magic Kingdom. The main floor with all the shops and the restaurants is a little loud and chaotic because there's a lot of people in there, but everywhere else I've experienced has been really nice. I just walked by the sandbar, which is like their pool bar, and you can get little bites and drinks there. They have activities out here by the lake. They have cornhole. They also have pool outside, which is awesome. They have a little Connect 4 game, it looks like. Connect 6, I guess. And they have foosball, and there's areas to sit and eat or just relax and stare out at the lake here. This is so nice. These are like the party boats, and I believe you can rent these either to go fishing or I'm not sure if these are the ones you rent or not. I know you can rent party boats to go out on the lake and watch the fireworks from Magic Kingdom. That would be super fun to do if you had a group of friends that wanted to do that, just to like celebrate a special occasion or just to do something fun together. So I actually already ate breakfast here. I didn't really want to pick up the camera in the restaurant. I went to Steakhouse 71. It was really good. I was kind of surprised, not because I've heard bad things about it. I've never gotten a Mickey Waffle not at a buffet. At buffets, they're good, but something about getting it at a sit-down restaurant at a Disney resort, it was so like perfectly like crispy on the outside and then soft and doughy in the middle. It was amazing. It's like the best Mickey Waffles I've ever had. And they're not on the menu. You don't see them on the menu. You just have to ask for it. So a Steakhouse 71 breakfast menu, again, doesn't have them. But I asked my server and she said that, yeah, you can order it as a meal with sausage or bacon, or you can just get it as a side. So I got it as a meal. It ended up being about 15 bucks, I think. Such a good way to like start the day on a light note. It was so good. Let me know how you eat your Mickey Waffles. Do you eat them with your hands or do you cut them with a knife and eat them with a fork? Steakhouse 71 is on the ground floor of the Contemporary. There's also a big convention center here. And then the third floor is where the big open space, open air area is, where they have two stores. One of them, I think it's called BBG, has a bunch of just your standard Disney souvenirs. The other one, Fantasia maybe, it's like a toy store. They have little kids clothes. They have like all the plushes and stuffed animals. It's a fun vibe. And I love how like they're open air. Like there's no ceiling on them because it's such a big, tall open building because of how it's constructed. It's a really fun resort. I can totally see why people love to stay here. One, because it's so close to Magic Kingdom, but two, because of all the things you can do here if you're staying as a guest. Now that I've eaten a little food and explored around here at Disney's Contemporary Resort, I am going to, I think, head over to the Polynesian. I made it here to the Polynesian Resort. It is one of my favorite resorts that we probably will never be able to afford to stay at. We hung out here for a little while when we got off our last cruise on the Wish. We didn't vlog that day, but we got off the ship and we came here and hung out here for a little while. We had lunch at Kona Cafe. I think that's what it's called. It's in the second level of the lobby area. This is such a relaxing resort. I wish we could stay here at some point. I doubt it'll ever happen. Because if we're going to spend the money that it costs to stay at a resort like this during a Walt Disney stay or a Disney World stay and go to the parks, honestly, it'll probably cost as much as a cruise, and we love cruising. The theming is just so good. We've been to Hawaii a number of times. You feel like you're in a tropical like getaway, and it's not Hawaii, but they do such a good job at bringing some of that vibe, some of that feel of island culture here to the Polynesian. They have two like pretty big stores where you can buy stuff. I think Moana's Mercantile is on the top level. Boutique, I think is what it's called, is the store on the first level. Boutique is so crazy because there's so much themed merchandise to the Polynesian Resort. There's so much to get here if you want to get like something to remember your stay here at the Polynesian, or just something because you like the Polynesian. I'm not going to get anything today because my suitcase is full. Upstairs is Ohana, and there's also the Tambu Lounge, which is right next to it. That is a place I'm hoping to go to at some point. Probably not today, because I want to try a different place out here at the Polynesian. All right, so I found out the name of that building right there. It's the Great Ceremonial House, and I knew that, but I totally forgot. But that is the main lobby that you enter into when you come into the Polynesian Resort. They have a big old grass play area here that is so fun just for people to sit on, lay down on, kids to play and run around. Then, of course, they have all the buildings where people stay and sleep. This resort is fairly large for a deluxe resort. They also have this great pool. It just looks like a lot of fun. It has a water slide, it has a waterfall. It's such a fun pool. I think it's called the lava pool. And then across from the pool, there is a kid's splash pad. That looks like it would be a lot of fun for little kids. As I'm coming up on the beach area here, there's one of the monorail resort boats. I have no clue what they're called. Takes guests from here, the Polynesian, I think to the Magic Kingdom or to other resorts. A lot like the bus system, but you're on a lake, so why not take a boat instead? And speaking of the beach, dang, this sand looks amazing. And like all the other quote-unquote beaches at different resorts around Disney World, you don't go into the water because we all know what might be lurking in the water that you don't want to encounter. And if you've got the DVC points or the money to spend, these are the Bora Bora bungalows, and they are on the dang water. How cool is that? These look like they'd be just like a dream to stay in. You literally have lakefront views of the Cinderella Castle, Space Mountain, Magic Kingdom fireworks, the show they do at night here on the lake. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like Main Street Electrical Parade, but on the lake here. There's such a vibe here around Seven Seas Lagoon. Let us know if you stayed in one of those bungalows and what you thought of it. So I'm out here on the pier at the Polynesian, and it's been nice just to stand here and take in the views and enjoy the vibe out here at Seven Seas Lagoon. It's beautiful here. Such a good way to spend my last morning here at Disney World, just to relax and take my time. Just to my right is the Island Tower, which has just been completed like a few months ago. I think it looks cool. It definitely doesn't match the vibe of the buildings that contain the guest rooms at the regular Polynesian, but it looks really cool, and there's a few big open spaces if you're staying there that you can access just and sit out and watch and look out at the lake. And I think they're available for anyone. I don't think it's like the patio for a really expensive room. I think they're open to anyone, which is something that Disney doesn't always do. When they have like this really exclusive like view or something like that, usually it's connected to a really high-end, high-cost room. But I'm pretty sure that those are open for any guest to go up there and just look out at the lake and just relax. I think that's cool. I think Disney needs to do more of that kind of access to some of the amazing views that you can get here at Disney World and some of the resort areas. Here's a map of the entire Polynesian resort. Like I said, it's fairly large. I love how there's beach going around almost the whole area. There's also a lounge and bar outside called the Wailulu Lounge, I think. I'm gonna go there because that's where I want to hopefully find a little bit something to eat, maybe for lunch, because like I said, I've been taking my time and I'm kind of getting hungry again. I got seated here at the Wailulu Bar and Grill here at the Island Tower at the Polynesian. I have my eye on a few things, but I'm a little sad because there was one thing I was hoping to get, but it's only available at breakfast. That's the coconut pineapple bread that they have at the Polynesian at Ohana usually. They do serve it here, but it's only for breakfast. But it's lunchtime, so I'm gonna get something for lunch. The views from the outside seating here at the Wailulu Lounge and Bar Grill, they're amazing. All right, so we got the menu here, and I've got my eye on one of the starters. It's the sticky pork ribs for 15 bucks. That does sound really, really good. I don't think I want to get a main dish because I'm not that hungry, and I want to save some space for something over at the Grand Floridian in a little bit. And those desserts do sound good, but again, I think I'm just going to hold off on that because I have my eye on something that is a little sweeter over at the Grand Floridian. I think I'll get those ribs. Those do sound good, and I saw someone eating those on my way in here, and they do look really good. And because it's a bar and grill, they do have a extensive menu, at least a decent sized menu of cocktails, zero-proof cocktails, some wine, and some beer. And there are a few beers that sound really good, and one of my favorites is that Maui Brewing Company Coconut Hiwa Porter. That one is so good if you like a dark beer, but for $11.25, I can get 4-pack of those for that price at home. So I think I'll hold off on beer right now. And I probably won't get a cocktail, but I definitely do want some coffee because it's windy outside. It's a little chilly. So I'm just going to get a caramel latte. My caramel latte came, and it's really good. It's hitting the spot perfect because it is still chilly and windy right now. My sticky ribs just came. I already had one, and they're different than most of the ribs I've had. And I'll tell you about it in just a moment, but I think I want to try one of these pineapple chips that comes with it. It's good. It's like dry pineapple, but it's thin. They're sweet, a little bit tart, a little crispy, a little chewy. They're good. So these ribs are, like I said, a little bit different. They include salt-cured cabbage, furikake, which I think is a seasoning, and jicama masala that you see there on the left, as well as those pineapple chips that I've already eaten. And like I said, I had one rib already, fell off the bone, very good, but they're different. You see the sesame seeds there. It also has that salt-cured cabbage and that furikake seasoning. The taste reminds me of soy sauce, a little bit of teriyaki, and dried seaweed. So if you don't like that, then you may not like these. Just want to be honest with my thoughts of these, but I like them. I like that taste, so I think they're really good. But they are a little on the salty side, so keep that in mind. If you prefer sweet ribs, then you may not prefer these. I just left the Island Tower. Say hello to the monorail. I really enjoyed the vibe here at the new Island Tower here at the Polynesian. It's super relaxing, very chill. The Wailulu Bar and Grill, I think that's what it was called. I really love the vibe there. It's definitely worth checking out if you're staying at the Polynesian, if you're in the Magic Kingdom area. The menu definitely is a little bit different. I kind of wish I was a little bit hungrier so I could have tried one of the main entree options. I recommend it mostly because of the views and just the overall like relaxed vibe they have there. It's a great place just to come sit down, enjoy a drink, get a bite, maybe even a meal. Now it's off to the Grand Floridian, and I am going to walk there instead of taking the monorail because I just ate some food, so I like to walk my food off if I can. The entrance to the Island Tower is right over there, and you can just take this walking path over to the Grand Floridian. You can actually walk all the way to Magic Kingdom from here if you really want to. It's a little bit of a hike, but that might be a fun way to get there if you're staying here at the Polynesian. Right now we're entering into the Grand Floridian Resort area, and it's really right next to the Island Tower at the Polynesian. This is the wedding chapel here at the Grand Floridian. You can book a wedding here, and I can't imagine it would be for people with a tight budget. But it looks really pretty. The first building with rooms you can stay in we're walking up to, I think, are the DVC villas. I think it's the newest building here at the Grand Floridian. That looks nice, but it's mostly for people who are DVC members. The Grand Floridian is probably not a resort we will ever stay at. It's not that we think it's bad. It's more of the fact that it just isn't our vibe. It feels really kind of like dated and old-fashioned to us. And I know for some people who are watching, you're like, what? Because maybe this is your favorite resort or your dream resort to stay at. That's fine. No judgment at all. It's just for us as a family. I don't think it's for us. And that's okay. Having recently visited the Hotel del Coronado on Coronado Island, right next to San Diego, it definitely is giving off the same vibes as this here. Hotel del Coronado is actually what the Grand Floridian was designed after. It's pretty much almost looks, not the exact same, but it definitely has that look and feel to it. Especially with the white buildings with the red roof, definitely has that look to it. You can see here they have a pool with a water slide, and there's a waterfall, much like the Polynesian's pool. And you got beaches, pool, bar, and grill there. You have a beach area here. Even though I know this is probably not the resort for us just because of the feel of it, it is very pretty. And it's a really, really beautiful resort. And there's just color with the flowers everywhere. And it's just a kind of a calm, chill area. It's nice. It's definitely got that little bit of an old school Victorian feel to it. So if that's what you like, man, this is definitely a premier resort for sure. I think it's Disney's flagship resort because it's so close to Magic Kingdom and it's got a great view of the parks and the lake if you have a room that gets a view of it. Not all rooms have that. Let's go in the lobby and grab a sweet bite before heading back to the Contemporary to wrap this up. So just walked outside the back area of the lobby, walking around the property a little bit, looking for Gasparilla Island Grill. I think that's the quick service spot here at the Grand Floridian, and I believe they have something there that I want to try. We've never bought any food here. We've only ever just kind of hung out here for a little bit, and then kind of quickly moved on because, like I said, it's not really our vibe. I do have some thoughts about all three of the monorail resorts here. I'll share with you when I get back to the Contemporary before we wrap up, but I want to head in here to the Gasparilla Island Grill to see if they have something that I kind of want to try because I saw someone post a picture of it on Instagram. It looks really good. Let's see if they have it. This is kind of a quick service spot where you just walk in through those doors and then you get your food. You can order it at the grill. They have stuff in the coolers here. You got drinks and some other things, Uncrustables for your park day. if you need a quick snack, along with some other things like salads and yogurts. What I want, I think, is over here. I don't even know how to say it, but it's the Mickey Chocolate Shoe for $6.79. It looks amazing. Can't wait to try it. They also have some other things here. This coconut chocolate cake sounds really good. And the raspberry tart looks amazing. And they got different cupcakes. I'm not a big cupcake fan. And of course they have other pastries like croissants and cookies, other like mini bread loaves and coffee cakes. But yep, let's give this Mickey chocolate dessert a try. I went up to the person where it says order here, and he said, oh, it's self-serve. And of course it is, because I didn't even see that little sign. Sometimes you just don't see the obvious things that are right in front of you. So I grabbed a quick seat at one of the booths here at the Gasparilla Island Grill, and I only got one thing, the Mickey Chocolate Shoe. That's what the cast member said who was checking me out. She said it's called a shoe. I'm gonna eat a Mickey-shaped shoe right now. Again, this thing looks so good. So ears first, right? This thing looks so good. There's like a chocolate shell on the bottom, covered with some kind of like chocolate crumb topping. And there's a chocolate cake in there with a chocolate pastry cream. I already know I'm going to love this. Wow. So you can see the pastry cream in there. There's quite a bit of it. It's so good. There's like a little bit of a crunchiness to it. This is definitely good. If you like chocolate, you're going to love this. There was a Stitch cake that was like mint chocolate on the inside. It sounded really good. It was like $9. This was, I think, around $7. It's not so big that one person can't eat it, but it is also shareable. Definitely recommend this snack here. This snack or sweet dessert, whatever you want to call it, is very moussey. I would say it's more of a mousse than a pastry cream. It's definitely got a lot of rich chocolate flavor to it. But if you like that in your dessert, you would love this. It's very, very good. Not that cakey at all. Another thing it looks like you can do here at the Grand Floridian is get one of these party pontoon boats and rent it for fireworks views as well. It looks like you can do it both at the Contemporary and the Grand Floridian. So that's pretty cool that you have some options for that. I didn't see any of these boats at the Polynesian, but maybe they do, or maybe they will, because it looked like they were also working on an area of the marina. So maybe it's just not usable right now. Although I don't see it around this resort as much, it looks like they have like a little mini putt-putt playset here, along with like a big Jenga tower. Just stuff that they have on the grass where you can have some fun if you're just hanging out at the resort for the day, which is always really nice to have. Even though I don't think this is a resort we would stay at, the food here, the one thing I've ever had for food here was great. So I'm going to assume all the food here is great. And the smell when you walk into the lobby area is amazing. So definitely has some pluses going for it. And again, if you love this kind of vibe, go for it. And I love that they have a live piano player here in the lobby. That's awesome. Got to show you the Disney cruise ship they feature here at the hotel, which they have a lot of Disney cruise ships featured at some of the more deluxe resorts. And for this one in the Grand Floridian, it's the Wish. I'm gonna go up to the second level and take the monorail back to the Contemporary, where we will finish this video out. Before I actually head out, although it's not themed really well to the Grand Floridian, the most popular place I've seen people gathering outside of here is the Enchanted Rose Bar. There was a good amount of people waiting to get in. I think it's a walk-up wait list. I'm not sure if you can reserve. It's definitely a draw here at the Grand Floridian, so it's nice that they have that. By saying it's not themed well to the resort, it's definitely not like a Victorian feel. It's Beauty and the Beast themed. That kind of says something about Disney and how when they retheme spaces, they usually stick to their IPs, their popular movies they have, instead of keeping it themed to the original feel of this resort, which is Victorian. So just something I've noticed over the years. It's not a good thing or a bad thing, it's just different. If you have any thoughts or opinions about that, feel free to share in the comments, but we always want to keep things positive here, but it's okay to also be honest. Just do so in a kind way. And quickly before we leave, just because it's on the way out, they have the M Mouse or Mickey Mouse Mercantile. And you can see this is like their store where you can buy everything Disney. That's pretty nice. And you got a very fancily dressed Mickey and Minnie right there in the middle of the store. That's awesome. I just enjoyed my last monorail ride, at least for the next, 4 months before we're back here in Disney World. Thanks for following along me as I share with you some of the details about Disney's monorail resorts around the Magic Kingdom area today. It was so much fun just getting a few bites and enjoying some food, enjoying the resorts, and really being able to have the time to explore the resorts a little bit. I did say earlier I'd share with you my thoughts. If we could somehow stay at any of these 3 resorts my ranking at least would be first the Polynesian, second here at the Contemporary, and then third at the Grand Floridian. And there's a whole number of reasons for that. I think we just would love the vibe of the Polynesian the most. Another benefit of the Polynesian is that you could walk from that resort to the Ticket and Transportation Center and then hop on a monorail to go to Epcot. So you're really close transportation-wise to half the resorts. The Contemporary has some really good benefits to it. There's some really great amenities for staying here. You can walk right to the Magic Kingdom. You're also kind of close to the TTC as well. And finally, for the Grand Floridian, it's just, like I said, it's not our vibe. It's not that we wouldn't stay there if we had the opportunity. We just probably wouldn't pay to stay there, if that makes any sense. Let us know in the comments if you stayed at any of these 3 resorts and if they were worth it for you. Thank you again so much for following along. We'll see you soon, and we hope you have a great week. Take care. Bye.